You talk about a big play. Hey, you don't get any bigger than that.
Let's go. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the great. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the great. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the greatest of all time. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, but I pushed the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Champion genetics. Next level.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now Allen off the bootleg. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Well executed there on 2nd down. So do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have the Bills 1st down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen going to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So he stopped for no gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 10. Has his man, it's Shakir. And they're going to get this up to midfield. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And just 1 yard here from the 49. Here's second and 9, just 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And some room to roam now. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, 42 yards. And the Bills will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. They gotta love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
And that makes the score 7-0. The end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. In motion right is Watkins. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll send Brown in motion right. Right back to Sanders on 1st down. Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
19 tight.
Smith, the man in motion left. Here's Hurts to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen. Pass caught. It's Davis on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now it's Allen. Rolling to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis from a yard out. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And they'll send the slot in motion left. The slot man in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Two minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. It's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Second and 5 now. Hurts. Well, this one complete to Smith. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down. They'll look to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Hurts. Version. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
In motion right is Smith.
Second down, back to Sanders. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. In motion left goes Smith.
Throwing is Hurts.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll set up to throw. This will be caught by Brown.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Smith, the man in motion left. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
In motion left goes Smith. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Smith will come in motion right. To throw again on second down. Hurts trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
57, Mike 57. Dan. Alert. 57, Mike 57.
From the gun, it's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A good run there by Cook on first down, powering his way forward, a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here's Cook again. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And that is incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 55 yards. And the
Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters. This ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight. I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning, my catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats, that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city, you probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that's probably baffling. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking doors down, no bangles. Without a tango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's you heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band, young Cruiser King better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here revealing, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom.
Whatever we do, we can't get to 10 routes. Win 20 straight.
Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do.
What's up, y'all? This is DJ Trey Mo, and welcome to Superstar KO. Alright, let's get it in. Wanna play by yourself? Hit 1v1. You and a buddy? Hit 2v2. Or if you're really trying to squad up, hit that 3v3, and let's get it poppin'.
EA Sports. Good game. I will play shit. Shit to play.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the Saints.
Chico, the fuckers don't want to play me with the dough. What it looking like, yeah. They don't want to play the dough. Shit, not fair. Let's see. I play the dough now, go beat back there. Got the Gary. Got the Gary. Got the Gary going. Probably. Let's see what we got, man.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Carolina Panthers and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. Walker going right to the air. Flush to his right. And that'll be caught downfield by Chenault. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Right back to Hubbard. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right?
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Deontay Foreman punching it in from a yard away. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
In motion, Hill.
Try and run here with Mostert.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
No, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And some room to maneuver. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. In motion left is Wilson. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
1st down, Walker.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Here's Mostert.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, Tua being chased out, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right.
Mostert is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
The kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10.
Walker's throw complete there to Thomas. Finding room in midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47.
To throw is Walker.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now Walker.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On the the ground. It's Mostert to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 89 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Gang that, baby. People burned out. I've been winning too many games with me.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we're set for a good... EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. fake the handoff. Now Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. On the move past the 40. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. A big play there on the first play of the game. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd and 7, Carr. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down moving.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back them up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. In motion left is Wilson. From his own end zone, Tagovailoa, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And taken right at the 35. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
First carry for Brandon Bolden. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On play action, now Carr.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. Well, you have to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
And he's got room.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion right is Wilson.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. In motion, Hill. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Anthony
and the Raiders are going to take over once again at their 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On play action, it's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack.
Back to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
After the turnover, it's Tua.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Near the 40. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, and the very first play, they give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless 1st half.
From midfield, here's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44.
If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. In motion right is Wilson. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On second down, Mostert.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's Tua. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Sanders' kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Complete here to the right to Bolden. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one. Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot to help separate the receiver from the ball.
convert on 4th down.
The slant connects with Devontae Adams.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
Carr to throw again. Forced out to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. In motion right is Wilson. 2nd and 5 now.
Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Anthony Averett picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball. So let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Yeah, with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Gerard Harmon makes the tackle.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
On third down, here comes Mostert.
And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Give them 11 on the gain there. And it's first down, Miami. In motion, Hill.
They'll run right side with Mostert. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Slot man moves right.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And some room to work. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
42 yards.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. For Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On third down, here comes Jacobs. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. In motion, Hill. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. In motion left is Wilson. Second down, here's Mostert again. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A run with Mostert up the middle. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
No time to shine. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They hand it off to Mostert. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. In motion, Hill. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by
Good shit.
and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one
I should
away.
never did that. You been on this shit all game.
Game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Yes, sir, ski.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second
That's
and
what it's
9.
about right here.
Because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W.
We can't even get shit.
You want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Throwing his car. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Yes, sir.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left
Yes,
to
sir,
play.
ski.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on third down. Now Carr.
Go Sersky. Oh, that don't count.
Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Boy, that's some home cooking shit there.
Big drive late in the fourth quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really
That's some
excited
home
if your
cooking
offense
shit
has the
there.
ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the fourth quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play.
That's some cap shit there, boy. Never seen that live.
And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now Tua. Flushed out right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. These corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times, nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. In motion, the tight end. Tua. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Tua. And that's intercepted yet again.
Good game.
Well, you knew you had to take some
chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next